I am fully convinced that if every one of us could have the mindset and the heart of this lady, the world would be such a better place than it is right now. Her name is Serwaa Amihere. The reason I am here today, but that is such a bold statement to make, that if we could have the heart and the mind of one person, the world will be a better place. So what makes me say this? What are the elements of a mindset that I believe so strongly that we should all adopt? What at all is her heart all about that I am so sure that if we all apply in our lives, the world will be a better place? So number one, she is a prolific go-getter. When she was a child, her dream was to become a part of the cabin crew. And she decided to go for that until she got to a stage where her interest peaked towards banking. And so her first degree was banking and finance. She went for that. Then she watched the movie Wolf of Wall Street. And with that movie alone, she got interested in the stock market. And guess where she went to? The Ghana Stock Exchange. And she started learning about stocks. She went for it. But then things didn't turn out the way she expected. And so she decided to withdraw. Then she sat one day and thought, TV might be very interesting. So what did she do? She went for it. And that is when she became an entertainment pundit. And then one day, her boss challenged her that, why don't you try hard news and come to the mainstream? And guess what she did? She went for it. And that is how she entered the political space, interviewing government officials and all. What happens next? She finds law to be a noble profession. Your guess is as good as mine. She went for it and graduated with her law degree. Just last year, she realized that, a lot of people are asking about her fashion sense and how she dresses so well. She said, it will be interesting to have an entire building where people can come and shop everything for their fashion needs. And guess what she did? She sets up the company together with her sister. What can we learn from this? Be prolific in chasing after your dreams. Imagine how beautiful this world will be. The kind of inventions we would have, the kind of technology we would have had by now if everyone was prolific in chasing after their dreams like the way Serwaa Amihere does. There will be less regrets among the human race. And with less regrets comes less addictions. With less addictions comes less crime. And the world will be a better place where people are more fulfilled and there is more peace. Number two, sustainable kindness. Serwaa Amihere runs an effective foundation called the Serwaa Amihere Foundation. Even those who are her followers, most of them do not know this. She doesn't make too much noise about the good things she's doing for other people, especially those who are less privileged. What I personally like about her foundation is they embark on some projects for single moms and single fathers who are struggling. But guess what? The powerful lesson hides in this next part. They do not just go to give and leave. They actually are intentional about helping the people set up something for themselves. So they go with resource persons sometimes who train the people on how to run certain businesses and turn their ideas into income streams so that these people do not just benefit one time from their kind gesture, but actually have some permanence in their financial stability and their improved quality of life. What can we learn from this? If you want to help somebody, think of how you can help them in a way that puts them in a state where they will be able to help themselves going forward. When many of us think of giving or donation, all that comes is one-off event that we go and help the people and leave. But instead of giving, why don't we consider building? We should be able to build people to be able to take care of themselves like the way Serwaa Amihere does. Imagine how amazing the world would be if people who wanted to do good actually sat back to think of how they can help the people they want to help so that they don't need help anymore, so that they are able to sustain that help for a long period of time. That is such a great lesson from the mindset of Serwaa Amihere. By the way, this is Eqay Inspire YouTube channel, and on this channel, what we do is extract crucial life lessons from important life stories. If you are new here, hit the subscribe button below, there, and turn on the notification bell so that whenever we post a new video, you will get notified. One of the videos we shot recently was on the life of the remarkable, sensational content creator Layi Wasabi, and we extracted 5 powerful lessons from it. You can click right here to watch that video for yourself. Number 3, Serwaa Amihere pours out herself into everything she does. As a brand ambassador of Flora Tissues, the company was so excited looking back that they chose Serwaa Amihere to be a brand ambassador. Why is that the case? Because Serwaa doesn't just sit on social media and shares videos or pictures to promote the brand. When they are on activations and they go out into the streets to sell these tissues and market these tissues, Serwaa is there. She joins the crowd like everyone else in the hot sun to promote the brand. She pours out herself into the work she does. But that is not all. Emmanuel Ejabin, who is a junior colleague of Serwaa Amihere, had this to say recently about her and her work. The Serwaa Amihere I know radiates kindness, unwavering support for all, resilience, victories, and an amazing spirit that inspires us all. She pours herself into the work she does. What can we learn from this? Approach every venture of your life with all your might. Think of the best way you can deliver on any task that comes your way. And just like the Bible says, whatever your hand finds doing, do it with all your might, like you are doing it unto the Lord. Imagine how amazing you would feel if everybody you contracted, the plumber, the electrician, everyone came to give their best, not just do some work and leave and take your money. They actually pour themselves into the work and get the job done neatly and perfectly for you. Imagine how the world will be if all of us possessed this mindset of Serwaa Amihere. This is why it's important that we learn from it and apply it to our lives. Number 4, Serwaa Amihere has such a strange ability to keep her heads up and keep making progress despite being hit with the kind of challenges that will break people down completely. When she made her switch from being an entertainment pundit into the mainstream to start interviewing government officials and all, just like every new person who makes a bold step will make certain mistakes, she made some mistakes, but her mistakes were treated on social media like they were abominations. Imagine trending number 1 on a social media platform in an entire country just because you made a certain mistake or because you were hit with some form of scandal. But this lady will wake up in the morning, shake it all off, wear a broad smile, move into a space and deliver her job as an MC flawlessly. She will come on TV, do her presentations impeccably. What can we learn from this? If you can develop a mindset that is so fortified and focused such that even scandals cannot break you down, nothing can stop you. The closest incident I had to a form of scandal, I can't even use that word because it was not that deep, happened when I was a child. I was in primary school, and because of how intense I felt, I still remember it to this day. I remember going home that day, dreading coming to school the next day. I barely had any sleep that night because of the heat that was going through my body, just thinking of what the next day is going to look like with this information that my teacher has and how I'm going to feel that day. Granted, I was a child, yes, so maybe I was not processing certain things right. But how many people will be able to stand 1/4 of what Serwaa Amihere receives and still keep their heads up and making progress like nothing happened? We need to adopt this mentality so that we can be unstoppable. That is the 4th thing from the mindset and the heart of Serwaa Amihere that we need to apply in our lives to make the world a better place. So that has been it for today. Until I see you again in my next video, remember that life gives us episodes of chaos and peace. But after each episode, you should pause and ask yourself, what can I learn from this?